Welcome to Girl Call Me with Tanya,
And Jessica,
the podcast where Black women's voices shine.
come for the empowerment and storytelling and stay for the sisterhood.
Girl Call Me with Tanya and Jessica's new episodes every Wednesday, everywhere you get podcasts.
Head over to girlcallme.com to find out all the ways we can continue the conversation together.
Guess what? It's that time again. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, girl. It's summer too. Girl, it's hot.
It is really hot. And it's hot and I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm a Black woman.
It's hot and I'm happy. And I'm happy and I'm going to the beach tomorrow and I'm trying to get that sun and I'm trying to soak it up. Okay? Tanya, where you at?
Okay, maybe I could be happy. I'm happy, but did you watch the debates?
Look, I was trying to channel my happiness, and so I watched about. I'm gonna go with.
You watched?
I'm gonna go with 3 minutes and like 38 seconds, probably.
38 seconds.
As soon as I tuned in, right? What was the word he used?
Yeah, I need to
Suckers and
know.
losers. The argument about suckers and losers. You called him saying Trump called veterans suckers and losers, and then Biden was like, my son was not a sucker or a loser. That's malarkey. As soon as he said that, I was like, and I'm out. Malarkey? I'm out of here.
Malarkey was so 19, or what was it?
It's so what our presidential candidates are, 100 years old.
Well, I lasted a little bit longer than you. I think I left when we started talking about black jobs. And that's when I was like, what is happening? It may be time to move over to Jen's favorite thing, the WNBA basketball game. So yeah,
exactly, because you know why? Because
why?
women will save the world. Women will save the world.
Some women. Let's be clear. Some. Sorry.
That's true. Some of them are the reason that we don't have a president who's wearing a kaftan and summer hats and some of these women are the reasons we don't have a kaftan in the White House.
Right. And so I'm gonna stay bitter. But I will say, yes, I did watch it. Like I said, black jobs. But you know what? What are you gonna do? What I did get inspired by was Gavin Newsom. The hair was good. The voice was deep. He was tall. He was able to string a sentence, a full sentence. And I was like, I was inspired.
Yeah.
Gavin, go Gavin. Go Gavin.
Look, Gavin, don't forget about Gavin. I mean, it was the middle of the pandemic and Gavin was like, what we are going to do is have a dinner party in Napa. And I'm going to have all my friends out. Just don't release these photos.
I'm going to need you to leave Gavin alone because guess what? I think Obama also had a party in Martha's Vineyard.
Okay, well, how about next thing on Gavin? Remember his ex-wife? Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
So
they're all trash. They are all trash.
First of all, I don't think they're all trash. The caftan lady, I'd still go back and vote
call
for
her back. Yeah, call her.
Please, girl, call
Get her out of, where is she? Hamptons, Nantucket. Get her here.
Yeah, okay. Girl, please call us. But her emails. But anyway, let's go back to summer. I'm looking forward to some great concerts that I have planned.
Yes.
And from Queen Latifah.
Okay.
To Missy Elliott.
Oh, you're going to that Zennial, your Gen Z concert.
Are we really going to age at this point? Is this what's happening?
No, I'm saying that. What is that concert? Who's she performing with again?
She's performing with Sierra.
Okay.
Okay, maybe that went too that was 1999. That really went far. And then Usher might end up in the list
Okay.
So listen, summer
Okay.
concerts are a
Summer
very
concerts.
fun and exciting thing to do. Also travel.
Hmm.
Looking forward to a
Yep.
little vacation, a little
Yes.
a
Where are
little
you
beach,
going?
a little lobster. MV, we
Okay.
talked about that. Looking forward to
Yeah.
that. May end up on a few more beaches before
Okay.
October gets here. So that's what
Okay.
I'm trying to do is have some fun,
Yes. Fun
kind
in the
of
sun.
enjoy life.
Carefree. Yeah. Before
Remember
November.
Thank you. You took it right back to the dark place. I was trying to keep it light because,
Yep.
listen,
I'm just getting used to it because it's about to be 4 years of dark.
okay. If you're listening right now, I need you to, like I said, focus on the summer, focus on the positive, and stay grateful. But you know what I'm really grateful for? We have really had to
Simone Biles.
the Olympics. That wasn't what I was going to say. But the
Okay.
Olympics is coming in a couple weeks.
Trials. Have you been watching any of the trials?
I
Track and
watched a
field or
few.
swimming or
I watched a
gymnastics?
few. I watched a few of the trials. That was really fun. That was really exciting. Black Girl Magic was in full. It was glowing
S-
and really exciting.
Simone Manuel, the swimmer, 50 yard,
Hmm.
50 meter, I guess, going. That's super exciting.
Yes, and I know you wish you were in Paris. You wish you were headed to Paris.
Perry. Yes, but
Patty,
I will not be there. But I'll drink Vouv. That's what we've just got to do. I mean, if you're home and you're not going to the Olympics, you
just
better get
drink.
yourself a bottle of champagne
Just drink.
and get yourself a baguette
A baguette,
and
a croissant, a croissant.
a croissant.
What I was gonna say, I was excited about. I don't remember because I'm 50. Oh, that
See,
was
don't get
that.
mad at me
No, no.
calling out your age.
We've had some really great guests that really I've been learning to breathe. I have been breathing. I've been thinking about breathing. So breathing, Z Clark, we are so grateful that we had her on the show. Celeste, we have heard a lot of people talking about, wanting to become or wanting to learn more about midwives.
Oh yeah, I think that's very cool. Yeah, I think it's very cool that we had heard from a few people who were interested in becoming midwives
I
and wanted
know.
to learn more about that.
Are we changing lives? I love that. I love that.
Are we cha- are we changing lives? Let me answer my own question. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. But, besides all of the fun, and the shenanigans of what is going to be a shit show for the election, what else are we going to talk about today?
Well, I've been talking about trying to momentarily escape in November to retain
Right.
my sanity
Hmm.
and yeah, any sanity that I'll have left by then. But in case something happens after the election
Just in
and we
case,
got to or we got to go somewhere between November and January
or maybe,
permanently.
or 4 years. Yeah, for 4 years. Yeah, just for
Oh
four
yeah,
years.
yeah, but I'm saying pack up and leave, yeah, for 4
Right.
years.
Right.
Where would you head to? Let's talk about there's some places that we know that are
Yeah.
great for black expats who are trying to leave America.
Yeah.
What's number 1 on your list?
I have a big list and
Just start with number 1.
I'm starting to narrow it down. Like it always sounds so easy to just go to Mexico, but I've now been a good friend of mine actually has been researching this because she's planning to move in 2025. She was in Costa Rica, in which she was
Mm.
telling me about the Jamaican community, the Caribbean community, lots of Black Americans. It really sounded kind of fire, actually.
Okay. Have you been there on vacation before?
I
No.
haven't. There's actually a Black women empowerment event that's actually happening this week. A few of my friends were planning to go and I didn't end up going, but that's on my list. Thailand has
Mm.
also been on my list. We're planning to go next year, but we may have to make that trip a little sooner. But Thailand, supposedly, particularly for the gay community, it's
Hmm.
very Black gay friendly. The cost of living is reasonable. Healthcare, I mean, some of the research I've done, that seems like a good option for me too.
Oh, I like both of those. I think for me, if I only pick places that I've been before, because that's just easier, I think both Brazil, I loved Sao Paulo, actually. Both Brazil and Ghana for me. Both very different, but
Mm,
would be tops of my list. I mean, I loved Sao Paulo. I love Brazil generally. I also love, I've only seen really Rio, Sao Paulo, and Salvador. So there's so much left. Haven't been to the Amazon, haven't been to
right.
Brasilia or anywhere else in the country. And it's a big country. So definitely would want to explore that. Obviously, huge black population in Brazil.
Yeah.
Um, and
Ghana. Ghana is interesting.
I've been to Ghana and I loved it there. And I
You,
think
you talked about that a lot, about how
think
you
if
felt.
I'm leaving here, if I'm leaving here with the energy I'd be leaving here with, what better place to go than a pro-black ass place like Ghana?
Right. But no, that makes sense. I mean, you listen, when you're surrounded by people who look like you,
Right.
life feels a lot different. Everything
And
feels
Ghana,
different.
look, leading liberation, black liberation in Africa. I mean, Ghana, that's who Ghana is. That's who you feel that in your core when you're there. So maybe there. They're both very different. But girl, this depending on the visa situation, we may need to pop around to a few
Well,
to
we may
make it
have
for
to
four
pop around
years.
a few. I mean, I think, how can we get citizenship? I mean, let's talk about, well, I will say that Jen, they announced the Italy announced that if you have your grandfather or father is from Italy, that you can actually get citizenship. And so
Wait, only your grandfather or your father, not your
I
mother?
think I think you like generate like if you have a grandparent
Any
and
okay.
right, you can actually, and so we've been looking at that. You know,
Okay.
I'm Jamaican, but I'm not going there. They are not friendly to uh
Who? Oh, you mean going? You're not going to go Jamaica.
I'm not planning to pack up there because guess what? They're not quite there yet when it comes to LGBTQIA rights.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha,
And
gotcha.
but I love Canada and I love Vancouver.
Alright, Vancouver.
And when we talk about Caribbean and we talk about, but just a beautiful metropolitan city.
Yeah, totally agree.
We're talking about this obviously in a jest, but why would we leave? I mean, what's the number one reason why you would be like, listen, I'm packing my bags and I'm out of here?
Rights.
You're a woman?
Rights. Yeah. Mm. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, look, I think
Some people would say we're supposed to stay and fight.
yeah, I mean, I guess I would understand that if we hadn't been here before. I mean, our options are places where we've been before, right? So it is different when I think there's new ideas and it's like, come on, we got to figure this out. We know how terrible one of the
Hmm.
options is. Like we know what's going to happen and we also know that this person gets like ramped up. I mean, he's not cooling down, right? So whatever we thought was like this is out of control. He's a convicted felon. Okay? He's got a felon's mind, okay? So
He is going to be taking that felon's mind to the White House. We
he
all
has
should be
not
there.
this is not this is not reform. I don't know, recidivism is a thing. So I don't need to test out and see just like I wonder how bad this will get.
No,
I mean,
we know it's gonna be bad. Let's talk about
we know,
we know.
right?
We saw a glimpse. We saw a
And
glimpse.
we're not, by the way, we are not resigning to the fact that we're just talking possibilities. Right now, we got two, I guess three possibilities if you add RFK to the mix, and four if
We
you
are
add
not
Cornell West.
Jesus Christ. Do we have to mention Cornell and RFK? Let's not. They are not doing this. We're
No,
not doing this again. But that's
no,
interesting. Yeah, we are familiar with we don't need to think too long, and they're letting us know what they're going to do. I mean, if you've read Project 25, if you've even looked a few excerpts, you look at the Supreme Court, you know what's happening. I mean, it's not like they're hiding it, which I mean,
Right.
I appreciate it. I'm a Black woman.
Right.
Let's think about.
We've come for him in every space and place.
We have, haven't we? Blessings.
Oh, Michelle didn't even, I mean, I think either way it's
Michelle,
going to happen. No, I'm talking about, remember when she didn't do her hair for the inauguration? And
listen.
the only people that understood that, we were all looking at her like, oh,
She has
this
no
is a
time.
state.
She
This
barely
Michelle
showed up.
Dyer was the equivalent of
So,
the Mississippi guy on the boat when he throws his hat in the air.
I'm done.
That's the I'm done, and also calling my people. That was
Round
her.
up. Right.
It
We
was
all
like,
look. We all like. Oh, okay. We know.
when I'm gonna be in this smooth back bun with no edge cream, I'm not trying to nothing.
Did we
I'm
really
just
say
showing
no
up.
edge cream? Did we? Are we-
She said, I'm showing up, and I am giving you everything, every ounce I have, like, without just telling you,
I will
cussing you
tell
all the
you.
way out.
I will say the outfit was fly though.
Oh, of course it was. She wasn't going to look bad. She wasn't because the white people didn't even pick up on,
The
girl,
hair,
she did
the
not,
ponytail.
she that is the hairstyle we all wear to the hair salon to go get our hair done.
We were done.
She was like, let me put this back.
Right. We
Let me
have no
just
time.
and where is Melania? Excuse me, where's Melania Trump?
Oh, they announced. I think it was a couple days ago. They're going to have a long distance relationship if he were to be reelected.
But was she at the
I'm not joking.
I saw
Jill helped.
Madam
Jill.
Jill helped him off
Doctor.
stage.
Dr.
Dr.
Biden.
Biden. I didn't was
Did
she
you
at the
say
debate?
helping him down the stairs?
Girl. Was he
No, she was not
Melania
there.
was not there. So
She
she
was
won't
not
be.
there.
She will not
She
be.
said long distance. She said porn star. She said you're a felon. She said no.
She said,
She said no.
I'm not doing it. Well, bless her. Best thing she ever did, probably.
We can give her. We ain't giving her credit. I can't.
No credit. Can't do it. So, vacations, living, vacations turning into long-term living arrangements.
Right.
We live in California, so I think, there's still some
Protection.
hope, I guess, and protection, right? I was talking to a mom the other day who was telling me about how limited her child was open to going to any school in the country.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, there was like 8 states left that I really felt comfortable
Right.
sending my college age child to. That is so sad.
I mean, the list is continually growing right around us. And there's really not many places that I know I feel safe to go.
No, you have to compromise. It's like, okay, well, I guess I can go there. They have abortion, but they have open carry laws. So it's like, okay, which one do you want? Like, okay,
you might get shot, but whatever. Right, and all we're waiting for is something crazy to happen and Gavin to be voted out or something, some other recall, and we could be like the rest.
Oh my God, don't say that.
Did I take you down a dark path? I did, huh?
You did, especially because you started so high talking about his gelled hair.
That hair doesn't move. That hair is good. That's some good hair.
That hair says politician all over it. Right. That is nothing but politician hair.
It's like graying in the right. It's just perfect, know? And he knows all the right things to say.
Perfect is not the word I would use, but it's perfectly political. That's right.
Look, there's nothing wrong with being political.
No.
It depends on what your politics are.
Right.
Right? And I believe that he supports women's rights, gay rights, people of color. He believes in freedoms. So at the end of the day,
I'll go to his dinner party in Napa. I'll go to a political fundraiser in Napa. Fine.
And you'll give money. We'll support. We will support.
I'll support.
Right. Because we're focused on the politics, not the hair.
I wanted to ask you about this controversy with verses. This takes you back to COVID, by the
Oh my
way.
God, yeah, I remember. I
Remember
loved by the way,
verses?
I loved Versus. Versus just saved all of us, man.
Yeah. So,
That I remember Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight. That was
hmm
that was classic. That was classic. Yes, but they have
what do you
friends
think?
now that are not in places that I want to. Elon Musk.
Right, right. What do you
Right.
think about that? What was Swiss Beats thinking?
I think when it comes to capitalism, when it comes
Yeah,
to the dollar,
right.
I don't think they really care, right?
Yeah, it's
Because
true.
it's not about the people or it's not about the people. It's
Yeah.
about at the
I'm
end of the day, they got in bed with the one person that is one, a Trump supporter, and two, who destroys everything. So we
and
know
hates DEI, by the way. Hates
hates
DEI.
DEI. So my question is, and we all know that nothing will come of this, and this will not be successful because he's trash and he doesn't even know how to. I mean, come on, let's look at Twitter right now. X, otherwise known as X.
X.
I'm like, come on. I
couldn't believe
mean,
I couldn't
these
believe that news on Juneteenth too, announced. On Juneteenth, nonetheless. And then
I
the
was
next day,
there.
Elon's flying a rocket into space. Girl, man, I'm disappointed. What happened to Alicia? Alicia Keys she didn't have anything to say about this?
Alicia has something on Broadway. It doesn't matter. She's got her own business that she's thinking about right now. Uh, supposedly her show is incredible.
Is she still not wearing makeup, or that was only like a year?
That I think first of all, she was wearing makeup. We all know that there was a little bit of a powder on her face. We all knew that. But can she sing?
She
That's
started
the
a
big
movement.
question. Can she sing?
She
Can
started
she?
and ended a movement around no makeup.
I don't think so. I don't think
No,
so.
she didn't. Nobody followed. She was like,
Nobody
"Everybody, join
followed.
me." Everyone's like, "No,
I don't
girl."
even understand. What was the point of that? What was the point? I forgot.
I don't know if it was a deal with CoverGirl or something where it was like a barely there tint or something. I don't remember what it was, but I'll tell you what happened.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Capitalism. Let's go back.
Rihanna was like, oh, okay, you're not going to wear makeup. I'm actually going to come out with a
Fenty.
line and become a
Fenty.
billionaire. Okay.
Speaking of Rihanna,
Yeah.
how are we? Are we testing out her hair products?
You know what? I need to, but my hair's been braided for a minute and I'm probably going to get it back braided again for
There
all
was a whole
summer.
competition between her and Beyonce, and which one was better. And her hair was natural, and they didn't. There was a wig, and it was just like so much going on. It doesn't matter. We're gonna
I'm
buy it.
happy to I'm happy to buy both of them as soon as this hair comes out of braids. I definitely want to try Secret.
Korean
What is it called?
Ecrid.
Secret.
But it's
Right?
spelled weird. It's
Yeah.
CRE. Yeah.
Yeah, see, whatever. I'll buy it. Obviously, I bought a Cowboy Carter. She texted me today, Beyonce, with some new merch. So I went ahead and bought a Cowboy Carter t-shirt today. Had to.
So you got texted. Beyonce texted you.
Uh-huh.
Biden, Obama, and George Clooney texted me.
Oh, girl, I've been so hard on my stop on political text messages. I'm like, I almost feel like I'm like out. I'm like, am I out yet? Anytime I see anything, alert, Dems, we need more. Stop. Stop. I'm not
Yesterday was
giving them.
like, I did 90 minutes and I need your support. Just $1 will help me finish that
Who said
sentence.
that? Biden?
Yeah, I got a text.
I did 90 minutes what?
That was how
On
long the
stage?
debate. That was how long the debate was.
Oh,
So he did the debate, then went to a Waffle House. Actually had a party that this morning he was with Elton John at an LGBTQIA event. Then he had a lovely speech that he sounded perfect. Then he's headed
girl.
to New York for something else. And Trump is trash. So we keep there. At least we
Yeah.
know. Someone said, and I think someone said today that it doesn't matter at the end of the day whether Biden is too old or not. The
No, it
end of the
doesn't.
day, his administration, we know and have full confidence in his administration that they're at least going
Yeah.
to care about us.
I mean, look at Pence. Pence is like, I'm sorry, whom?
I don't
I
know
don't know.
him. I don't know him. He's Mariahing. He is. He's a Mariah Carey of vice presidents right now.
Never met him. Not aware.
You know what I really want to know, though? I want to know what Kamala Harris is thinking right now.
She came right out. She was like, it was a bad night for him. She was like, look,
That was a bad decision. I was thinking, I don't know if she should have let her, not let her out, but I don't think they should have. She's a vice president. She's about to be president. I needed her not to have to like apologize. Gavin was the perfect person.
We need her in a bunker where nobody can touch her, nothing can happen to her. We need to just, I'm okay if we don't see her for 6 months. Like, let him run his course and then pull her out when we need her. I don't
because guess what? We're gonna need her. But you know what? Honestly, seriously, I think that for me, I'm serious because they're rolling if they can roll back women's reproductive rights, if they can roll anything back.
That's true.
Marriage equality,
Brown versus Board of Education.
We won't be voting. We won't be voting in the next election if we allow. So, to take a serious stance, I think that for me, I'm really seriously thinking about the options, and why not? What I've seen in some of the posts, the stories that I've read from Black people who've left, is that they actually have found freedom and are enjoying it.
Yeah, Travel Noir has a great,
yes,
they do great stories from people like expats. So if you don't ever follow Travel Noir, definitely do. And you know what? I heard that air travel is the lowest it's been in like, I forget what they said, like 3 years or something. Yeah.
Well, why? Let's talk about why. Because
doors are blowing off a boat.
Why are you even putting up with this? Why are you even flying any Boeing
Girl, because there ain't. Because if you fly Delta, if you fly United.
Delta, listen, but JetBlue doesn't do Boeing.
Oh, well, that's where we're flying in Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm flying back from the Delta. But yes, I may have one little Boeing flight, but I'm a pray it's first class. So maybe I would say for some reason I think you safer in first class. Am I crazy?
Yes, you are crazy.
I'm not getting off first.
Yes. I mean, maybe getting off first.
So so we're not safer in first class.
You're not safer in first class, girl. You just may have a cocktail on the way down,
or you're drunk on the way down.
You're drunk on the way down, and
because you're on a Boeing and you're stressed. You're like, I'm on a Boeing. I'm stressed.
I don't even drink on the plane. My only exception of drinking on the plane is Air France champagne. If I'm flying to France,
once again, there's some issues. What I will say though is, I used to say that I did not drink on a plane. Because I felt like at some point the pilot might need me. So I wouldn't have all of my faculties. I wouldn't have all my faculties together, just in case.
That is so on brand. I'm like, I don't want to.
Why is that on brand? Because I think they may
need you for.
You never know.
What skills?
Is there anyone here
who has a podcast? Is there anybody here who has a podcast who can talk to the radio? Talk to mission control for me.
You know what? When you say it out loud, it does sound absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But for years, I would literally be like, I will not.
Now it sounds crazier. Now it sounds crazier. What skills do you have that you're going to offer them?
You know what? Strategic skills, logic skills. If the both pilots passed out, I can do negotiation skills because I'm a fundraiser. Yeah, negotiation skills.
They're like, excuse me, does anyone on this plane have negotiation skills?
It's me.
Not the what are they? Not the air marshals on the plane. Not the lawyers. Not the lawyers.
They need
doctors.
Me. So I won't drink, just in case. I'm called to duty.
Wow.
But yeah, I want to I realized that, we've talked about picking up and moving and all this great stuff. And as I like to take it to a serious mood, we understand that not everyone has the financial means to just pick up and go.
This is true.
So we acknowledge it. And so some people just have to sit and deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, most of us probably will, and not even the means. Most, you have family obligations. People have lives, so it's gonna be a time in life where you need a good podcast, and that's what we're here for.
Girl, call us. Just call us. But what I'm gonna say, we said a lot of jokes. We made fun of all of them, and we will continue to make fun of both parties. But at the end of the day, we need to vote and
For Joe
vote.
Biden. For Joe Biden.
I was gonna
Well,
say for the right way. Vote the right way. Vote. Okay, vote for
for Joe,
the administration that you feel cares about your rights.
you better vote. And just when you go to vote, just think, I'm voting for Kamala. I'm voting for a captain in the White House.
Okay,
She's
I
not a
don't know.
captain gal.
She is
She's not a
not wearing no captain. She's wearing bright
captain.
colored suits and she's wearing
Yeah,
big
she
kitten
is.
heels. Don't trip. Don't
She
trip.
loves a she loves a kitten heel.
She loves a
Kamala.
kitten heel, and she's got her Thanksgiving meals and her lovely husband, and they're
What's his
making
name? Oh,
good meals.
Doug. Doug.
Yes, Doug. Doug is
Doug.
sweet. I like Doug. I like he's giving a good example of what second man should be. Is that what they call him? Second man?
I don't know. Is that what they call them? The second man? The
Well,
second
second, is it the
sir?
second? Isn't it second something? Because technically he is not
Yeah,
the
it's
first lady. So he is the second, and it's the second man because he's a
gentleman. I
man.
think it's the second gentleman. I think it's the
Girl,
second gentleman.
somebody check it.
I'm
Fact
Googling
check
this.
me. Fact check me, please. Like they
Yeah,
didn't
girl.
do.
Douglas
What is it?
Emhoff, second gentleman of the United States.
I just said man, you said gentleman. It's the same thing. Second
You
man.
sound good. Hey, you the second man. He's
Are
like,
you the
what?
second man? Are you the second man? But yes, our second.
Like, I don't let black women talk to me like that except for Kamala.
Okay, so our second gentleman, who's done a good example of a good second gentleman. I saw some interview in which this woman was saying, "We know you give her policy advice, don't you?" He's like, "I'm her husband. That's what I am. She doesn't need me. But
That
we
woman
know."
that woman who said that is the reason we don't have a captain in the White House.
Right. And then she had the audacity to say, "Don't you want to know what's happening in the
Who is
situation
this?
room?"
Who
This
is this
woman,
person?
I said something for ABC or something.
Oh.
She, someone with a blonde bob or something. I can't remember her name, but I was like, but I loved how he answered the question and it was just so sexist.
Right,
Ain't nobody asking Jill
right,
that.
right.
We know
Well,
well, maybe they are.
I wish
I, I,
I hope Jill's proofreading everything. I hope
first of
she's in there
all,
like, actually, before you do that, hand it over
we're
here.
gonna go back to one more thing. There is a full administration, a
Mm-hmm.
large administration.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't have to worry that somebody's proofreading our presidents. We'll give him
Lord,
respect.
our president.
Our president. And this is the
You're
thing.
right.
He's going through a lot of stress. His son is going through investigation. There's a lot going on.
I know. Some
He's
would
had a lot
say
of loss. He's had a lot of loss. It's a sad
some
time. It's
some
hard.
would say
A drug addict
some would
son with a
say
lot of
too
loss.
much. Some would say too much.
Everybody's got stuff.
I mean, yeah, but at 80, what is he? 84? Oh,
Girl,
80.
81. 81. 81.
Okay.
How old is Hillary Clinton, by the way?
Let me see how she doesn't. I mean, Doesn't look a
She is
day over
listen,
65.
she's looking good. She's not
70,
stressed.
76. She's
That
76.
caftan looks good on her. I'm
How
glad she's the
scary is
way that
this?
is.
How scary is this? Bill Clinton is 77. Bill Clinton was our president in 1993. 30 years ago. 93, is that 30? Yeah.
It's like 30.
30 years ago, he was our president. And he's still younger than our current president.
I'm going to ask one question. What is your point?
You
What is the point?
know what?
What
Let
is
me
the
just
point?
say,
What is the point?
I, at 81, want to be sitting. God, if I, grants me this life on earth, I want to be sitting on a porch
A porch,
with
girl. You want to be traveling and sipping on
I don't mean a
champagne.
porch. 81? No, I want to be sitting on, a porch sounds too, I want to be sitting on a Chase lounge with, with
An
just
Aperol
chilling.
Spritz, maybe?
Yeah, but I don't even want to be holding it. I want people to be bringing it to me. I'm not an Aperol Spritz fan.
I
More
love
of
a good Aperol
I could
Spritz.
do maybe a mojito or something.
I
Yeah, I would not be trying to run the world.
And you know what?
That's me.
The White House does age you.
Well,
The
yeah,
amount of
girl. That's
stress. So at 81, if he
you're,
wasn't a
you're proving
president,
my point more and more. It does age you. So that's what I'm saying.
look at Obama.
What
Obama
does
went in.
84 look like? What is
Ob-
84 going to look like?
Obama went in with a full hair, full head of hair. He left gray and skinny, and he
Girl.
was like, "Listen, I'm thin. I'm tired."
But you remember that picture you saw him on the jet skis when he got out?
He found his life. He all of a sudden he
He was
found his
on
abs. He found his abs. He
he was
found the
on
muscle.
Richard Branson's like private island. He was like
Michelle
deuces,
was like, she's like
hair
wearing
braided,
her hair braided in her caftan
captain.
and jeans.
Mhm.
Listen, she's reminding us all how
Mm.
free she is. How free.
Where is she? Maybe she needs to just come save us. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing?
No, black
I mean,
women don't have to clean up the mess.
oh, you're right. You're right. Well,
And she's
actually, Kamala's gonna have
Kamala
that's
already has that job. But
that's
I will
actually
say,
the situation she's
but,
in right
but I
now.
will say, we have to remember that Michelle's mother just died, and so she's in
Yeah.
mourning. Her
Well,
best
she
friend.
also she hates politics. She
She
said
hates
it
all of
before.
this. We haven't
She would
seen her.
never go back.
Why hasn't she come out?
She's come out with them hoops.
No, she hadn't come out to kind of do a little speechy speech for
Oh, because
Biden.
she's whispering and she's whispering in Barack's ear like, "What are you gonna do here, babe?"
The Dems need to get
Okay.
together. They need a plan. Because remember, we need to take back the House. We have a lot of other things to do. We can't just be thinking about the presidency.
I intentionally, when Obama was in office, I was very into. Well, I shouldn't even say. I think leading up to Trump presidency, I was very into politics. Pod Save America. I was
Right.
listening every day to everything that they released. And then when Trump went in office, I just said, I can't do this. I have to just disengage completely because I won't be able to. And I never went back because then when Biden went back in, I was like, this isn't going to be much better. So I don't know much about the
Yeah.
administration. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. I mean,
I hope they're good.
listen, thoughts and prayers. I feel like, I feel good about the majority of the administration.
I hear you, girl. From your lips to white women's ears.
White women,
I
we
wish I
need
was
you.
joking.
I don't usually
White
say this.
I
White
know.
women, white women, we need
Please.
you. You need to think about your reproductive rights, your daughter's reproductive rights. We all need to be on this boat, the boat together. We need to be on the boat together.
Here's our request. If you're a white woman who lives in a red state and listens to our podcast, so likely nobody, but if you fit that you need to pass this episode
Call
to
us.
5 of your friends. pass it, and then maybe we'll interview some people, get some thoughts.
Call us.
Call us though, please. Rest in peace. But what were the two black women who had a podcast and were Trump's little friends, Cotton and Silk or something? Remember them? They came out for Blacks
Girl,
for
it's
Trump.
Yes, Cotton. I think one died.
Yeah, that's why I said rest in peace. That's why I started there.
I haven't
But
I
Satin
haven't
and Silk?
seen them this cycle. Satin and Silk. It was Satin and Silk. Silk.
Satin and Silk.
It doesn't. Let's just keep it moving. Let's not
Okay.
address.
forgot.
There's plenty of other crazy black people who are riding for him this year.
Well, there was a whole
So.
Blacks for Trump rally.
It had mainly white people attending, but yeah, I know that they had one. They're mainly MAGAs. I don't know how many blacks actually showed up, but it's fine.
Oh God.
They had they had those black jobs they had to do. They were at their black jobs.
I gotta go to my black ass job.
I got my black ass job so I can support Trump.
Why am I still
I had a
laughing
friend that
about-
posted, "What is your black job?" What's your black job? My black job, I don't
Tanya's
know
black
what a black job is.
I know what
I got a
Tanya's
job.
black job is. Tanya's black job is saving a plane from going down.
That's me. I'm here to negotiate. Not a gift of $1 million,
Oh,
but maybe something else.
Girl. On that note,
my friends who are listening to this and my wife will be like, she has said that crazy shit for a long time.
but the best part about this, by the way, is I'm gonna out you right now. You're gonna save the plane from going down, but you won't take an elevator. Make that make sense. Make it make sense for me.
Probably not.
You can't.
It
You
doesn't
don't feel like you can do anything
doesn't
while you're
have
going
to.
up.
Thank
You
you.
can only stare at
It
the
doesn't
wall.
have to. It doesn't have to.
But as the plane is flying 30,000 feet, you're suddenly
So
going to
what?
be able to find your calm and negotiate for everybody, on behalf of everybody.
You know what? You all doubt me, but trust and believe. Trust and believe. But I want to say
I'm flying
this
with
was a
you.
fun
I'm flying with you to
episode.
Martha's
This was
Vineyard. So
great.
maybe we'll need you.
You are.
So I'm
I
flying with
might
you.
be saving your life. I might be saving your life. Don't worry. But this was a fun episode. We have a lot of great things coming up in the next couple weeks. Some
we
incredible
do.
interviews.
Yes.
And thank you all to helping us make it over 1,000 plus downloads. And grateful for each and one of you who listen.
Thank you. Hey, it's Jessica. Thanks for listening to Girl Call Me. If you have something to add or a story to share, come on over to Instagram or Facebook and join the conversation. Also, make sure you follow and subscribe Girl Call Me. You don't want to miss when we release new episodes. Thanks for listening.